Buddha the Basin here on a Saturday. The Biophysical Hero's Journey. How to hack your brain's internal Mordor. Introduction. The myth inside your skull. Every great myth you've ever loved, the Lord of the Rings, the Lorax, the ancient alchemical text, it's not just happening on a page. It's happening right now inside your nervous system. Today we are going to map the archetypal hero's journey directly onto your physical anatomy. We will look at how your cerebrospinal fluid, your heart and your breath can conquer the reptilian dragon, tame the ghost of your ego, and unlock the crystal palace of higher consciousness.
Now that I got you with me,
drop into the alpha state.
breathe in,
Act 1. The Shire of the Fourth Ventricle.
now count to 8.
Our journey begins at the base of your brainstem, inside the fourth ventricle, the Neurological Shire, the basement. This is home to Antonio Damasio's Proto-Self. It regulates your raw baseline survival and autonomic homeostasis, the comfort loop. When you feel safe, your mammalian midbrain and reptilian brainstem agree. They broadcast a unified alpha wave of peace and tranquility, 8 hertz cycles a second to 12 hertz cycles a second. The comfort trap. This is the Shire. It's cozy, warm, and safe. The refusal of the call. When inspiration hits, your brain resists. Moving energy up the spine requires disrupting this localized peace. Your brain screams, "We want no adventures here, thank you," because it hates leaving its comfortable alpha rhythm.
Now count to 8.
You can imagine yourself scrolling on the phone, playing on social media, watching TV, anything where your hands are not busy. Anything where you're not in control of your breath in a conscious way. Those two things tend to go together as we've entered the sign of Gemini. As the sun has entered Gemini, and Gemini rules the lungs, the arms,
Now count to
and some would argue the cerebral hemispheres of your brain as well. The sense of the consciousness and the shadow, or the conscious side and the shadow side of your psyche, and how at any given moment you can bring that shadow side out by simply engaging in a pranayama breath that is just through your right nostril, while you gaze with your left eye, and you can inhale through your right nostril and exhale through your left nostril. You see, and that's the real, and so this is, I've sort of created a myth that suggests as you have to go from your fourth ventricle, where the Proto-Self lives, to the third ventricle, which is the crystal palace, or the throne. This was the Cartesian theater, where the Descartes' vision of the homunculus, the little man in the brain, he sits there in this crystal palace. But this area, the pineal gland, was not just noticed by Descartes and by the Greeks, it was also the Tibetans and the Hindus. They understood it was a seat where you can connect to higher consciousness. But you have to consciously make that connection through meditation. You cannot passively connect the fourth ventricle to the third, from the lower consciousness to higher consciousness. You have to complete this cycle of chi. This water wheel of chi has to come up your back body with the cerebrospinal fluid. It's also the cerebrospinal fluid that connects the third and fourth ventricles of your brain. This water wheel, figure 8 of chi energy. And the chi energy is the ionic energy, is the free electronic or the free electron energy that really helps to enable the homeostasis, but at a higher brainwave, a more coherent stacking of brainwaves, where you have the alpha and the theta stacked under the beta brainwave. And from this point, you are rewarded with the dopamine from the striatum and the ventral, in the hypothalamus. They participate in helping to regulate your temperature, helping to slightly warm your body in a comfortable way and give you dopamine. Especially as you focus on your right big toe and look through your left eye. and exhale out your left nostril. This keeps you cooled off, so to speak, and keeps the brain connected to the stomach. And as long as you can sort of sense your brain and your stomach are one, your brain and your stomach are both going to be able to sort of release the serotonin and the dopamine and the oxytocin, the bonding, as you just bond with yourself. That's the real key here. The two halves of Gemini, the shadow and the conscious aspect, become husband and wife, if you will, Isis and Osiris. And that's the real gateway to higher consciousness. But if you refuse this call for too long to create this hero's gamos, this sacred marriage, a dark power takes over. The reptilian tyrant lures your consciousness into the shadow side of the left hemisphere in the default mode network, and you unknowingly become a ring wraith. Or another analogy would be the onceler. You see something you like and you decide, I'm going to have it, I'm going to commodify it, I'm going to extract all the value from it. And that's a good example of what the left hemisphere does, what we've done with the English language, what we've done to the vowels, to the sacred feminine of our, we've commoditized women with we've commoditized the feminine, the divine feminine. We've put her to work, if you will. We've taken the water we've polluted the water, of course, but just the very language, we've taken the vowels, we made it a consonant-driven, consonant-heavy language. We made the vowels flat and short, and that's a metaphor. It's all a holographic sort of visualization or an analogy. As this, so this. As above, so below. What we've done to, as within, so without. What we've done to our language, we've done to the world, we've done to each other. And this principle, this Sarumanic onceler principle, chops the trees down. Doesn't see the forest for the trees, to get the truffle of trees, the onceler, and to try to take that for that sense of personal power, that power over others, that power over the world, to dominate nature, to create this idea of ownership. Or like Saruman, a wizard should know better. He should know better than to try to breed this awful army of genetically engineered orcs to try to defeat men, and conquer the world on behalf of Sauron, to join. If as you begin to internally do these things, knowingly or unknowingly, by cutting yourself off from your breath, as the Hawaiians, the kahunas, noticed when the Europeans, the whites just came to Hawaii, they called us the people without breath. They noticed we weren't breathing consciously the way a baby breathes, with that sense of security that you don't put anything before your own breath. We've put speech above the breath, thus we've taken away the vowels. Most languages form in a consonant vowel, consonant sort of wave, a sine wave. And that sine wave is a bioacoustic, goes up your back and creates this this connects to your auditory phonological loop. And it resonates and helps you connect with the world around you. But our language has lost that sound symbolism. The sounds are not as relevant. We've stifled the sound of it. And we've stifled the water, so to speak. We put ourselves in a neurochemical drought. We become a ring wraith of Sauron, trapped in the hyperactive default mode network. We become dry of serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin. So we cannot just stay in this soft alpha brainwave. As our brain is sort of been hijacked by the default mode network from repeated scrolling or watching TV or just aimless thinking. But as you try to reclaim consciousness, the medulla oblongata down there gets overheated. The reptilian brain resists this, you see. Alligators are ornery because they're medulla oblongata. So you may get primal or aggressive, the same way you are with your kids or when somebody out the blue wants something of you, and just to get your... You have to begin to cook again, you don't want to. You're comfortable, but you have to get from that alpha to that beta brainwave. And that's where the cerebral hemispheres work in a parallel dual processing mode to sort of get your brain up to speed of what's going on. So when you want this arousal, you want the solar breath through your right nostril. You have to sort of get hotter than what the even is continue to cook. The right nostril breathing will do that. And you can breathe out the left nostril. Into the right nostril. Out the left nostril. And so the ultimate sacrifice is when you extinguish the fire, which is part of the cycle. You breathe into the right nostril and out the left nostril. That keeps the ego from really trying to take over you. And it keeps you from getting attached. Because, the Buddha said it's that attachment's the root of your suffering. And it's how you close the heart down and try to make a fake ego with your mind. It doesn't really exist, it's a false self. You're finally coming home. And the real self is in the center of the heart. That's the higher self, if you will, with the heart rate variability. Receives the sacrum vibration, if you will, the piezoelectric oscillation of the sacrum that's coming into this gravitational electromagnetic resonance with the earth. And you become the Buddha of the basin when you begin to circle that chi up the back body with the cerebrospinal fluid and down the front body. Then you're able to command the dead like Aragorn, because you have the sword of power, you have that water wheel of chi energy. You command the demons to flee and command the ghosts to work for you. As you reclaim the sword of your consciousness. And at that point, the cerebrospinal fluid, it anoints you, it bathes the pineal gland, the Mashiach is awoken, right, with the alligator oil, the sacred chrism of the cerebrospinal fluid. And from here, the continual dharma is just to keep the water wheel of chi, the figure eight flow going, the Kundalini figure eight, the phoenix rise with the right nostril breath, and the Buddha lets the fire go out. Om Shanti Om. Now the practice involves the pelvic floor locking with the Mula Bandha, the abdominal, bringing in the navel to the back body and tucking in the ribs, and lastly bringing the chin into the chest. Breathe the right nostril, visualize this figure eight flow and then bathing the spinal cord, and then bathing the fourth ventricle, calming the alligator and the medulla oblongata, and lastly coming to the temple where Aragorn is coronated and crowned. This meditation, breathing into the right nostril, feeling the fiery phoenix up the back body, and then as you relax and stop the breath, you breathe out to the left, and it's all extinguished, and you sit as the Buddha. Om Shanti Om.